Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's another day of gacha gaming and fun. Hope everybody's having a good day or a good night. I just got home. I had a bunch of stuff I had to do today, and so I'm a little later than usual, but I think that's good. You know, I like to stream at different times so I can try out, different time zones, see who's around at different times, since I'm still new to streaming. It's only been 2 weeks. So I was just sitting here kind of vibing to the music, looking at Capitano. I miss him every day. Come home, Capitano. But anyway, before we jump in, I just wanted to take a minute to look at some very cool drip marketing that we got this morning. I kind of forgot about drip marketing, to be honest, because I feel like drip marketing used to be so exciting because, there were no leaks, but now that there's so many leaks, drip marketing is not as good as it used to be. Hey, Ace, welcome in. I was just talking about drip marketing. So I was going to take a look here at what Genshin tweeted this morning. Hold on, let me pull up Twitter. Okay. Music's off. Okay, I'll turn it back on. This is kind of a soft song. You can hear it? Great. Okay, so here is Genshin Impact main channel. And here is the new character. We've got Enifa, Robot Girl. She looks very cool. And this is what really excited me. We've got all the Nodcry factions back here. It's so surreal to think that Genshin is going to have Noelle. Yes, Noelle's robot cousin from the north. It's so crazy to me to think that for 5 years, we have looked at the same picture back here for every character, and now all of a sudden we have something brand new. I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about all these factions and to see, what makes them different, what the characters are going to look like. And anyway, this drip marketing was especially interesting because it's this clink clank croom whatever shop, or I can't even remember what it's called. I think that this is a Sandrone creation. Now, whether she used to be a human and she was modified, which we know was a thing because Thrain, had his modified heart that was put in. So could she at one time have been a human and was then modified into a robot, or is she completely synthetic robot only? I don't know. She has very human features in her face, very different than somebody like Screwlum, for example, or Billy the Kid, or other robot characters that we've had in Hoyoverse. She has a very human face, which makes me think maybe by chance she at one point was a human. Yeah, true. Catherine is a robot and has a very human looking face as well. So she may very well, in fact, be completely robot. That's very possible. But it's really interesting how the technology is so advanced that they can make basically a synthetic person. Of course, we got a lot of synthetic people. We've got Albedo is not a human. Wanderer, Scaramouche is not a human. I mean, this is not new. We've seen this happen before. Raiden Shogun, is not a human. So she's probably all synthetic, but it's just interesting to me to think about how you would create something like this. But I believe when A created the Raiden Shogun, didn't they say that it was technology that she had gotten from Conria, or was it the Abyss or something? I don't remember. Okay, Inazuma was a long time ago. But when she created Scaramouche, yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely some kind of foreign technology to Inazuma. And of course, Scaramouche and Raiden Shogun both look incredibly human. So there's obviously technology there that can make it happen. So I'm just very excited to learn more. Ever since we got the Winter Nights Lazo trailer a few summers back, I've been fascinated by Sandrone. I'm actually more fascinated by Sandrone than I am Rhine-Daughter, because to me, Rhine-Daughter, yes, her creations are very amazing as well, but I don't know, there's something about taking mechanics and turning it human that just is even more fascinating, I guess, to me. So I'm very interested to see how she was created. It looks like she has a very cool weapon, but this back here, all the factions of Nodcry, I'm thrilled to see this. So excited. So we get a little bit of information here. It says, first, you must acknowledge that Enifa is the very best robot in the world. Then, well, I don't know about that. You might have some people who disagree. Raiden Shogun fans, well, I don't know. She's a puppet, not a robot. But what's the difference between a puppet and a robot? Maybe we'll find out. Then you need to respect Enifa's opinions and decisions. Also, you have to accept that Clink Clank... Oh, she was going to say the workshop here. Except that Enifa has the final say in everything she does. And this is quoted by a new character that I don't know how to pronounce. I know, maybe. I know. So maybe a future potential playable character, I don't know. And then here we get, it's been several years since she left. I wonder if she's still following her own path. Did Mother feel the same way when I left on my journey all those years ago? Unknown author from an ancient journal unearthed in Natlan. So I'm thinking this could be Sandrone, because as we know, all of Gold's creations, Rhine-Daughter's creations, call her mother. So perhaps Sandrone's creations also call her mother. It's interesting to think about. So yeah, very excited about that. And then we also got this one, which was even more lore. You've got, throughout Tevat's history, humankind has made many attempts to mimic the complex workings of life using mechanisms and gears, which of course we've seen lots of that. All the way back to 1.0, we had all the ruin hunters, the ruin guards, those mechanical creations. And then as we got further into the game, we saw more, of course, in Fontaine. We've got all the clockwork mecha and everything like that. Giants forged of steel carved out the lands of Conria. So, of course, we know that's like the ruin, all the different ruin machines. And when I think of carved out the land, it reminds me of two things. It reminds me of the field tillers, because when we first learn about ruin guards, they talk about how they were previously field tillers because they worked out in the fields, and then they were then repurposed for war. And also carving out the lands made me think of the giant ruin golems that are in Sumeru, the one that we got to drive through the desert that literally carved out a giant swath of land from one side of the desert to the other. So definitely thinking about the ruin machines here. Lord Artificer ushered in a new age with clockwork contraptions. Of course, that's Rene de Petrichor from Fontaine, which we learned about in the Narcissenkreuz Ordo World Quest. Ace, I don't think you've done it, but it's a great world quest. We could do it on your account. I would love to do it again. It was fantastic. Okay, then we are going on here, perhaps through the eyes of some maniacs. Okay, this has got to be Dottore. Humans themselves are no more than machines built from bone and flesh. Now, this totally reminds me of that hospital that we found in Sumeru, where Dottore experimented on all of those people and had all of his research and everything. So he very much fits the bill for a maniac who basically treats humans like machines built out of bone and flesh. I mean, he seems to have no problem tinkering with people's bodies and their flesh, and using humans for all manner of experimentations and stuff like that. So this has got to be Dottore. If we turn our gaze to creators outside humanity, so not humans, if the boundaries are drawn at creations beyond mere machinery. Okay, so now we're thinking of non-humans who had creations outside of machinery, which there have been several. Gods walked into the primordial sea. So obviously we're thinking about Fontaine. We're thinking about the Oceanids and how they were transformed into life, human life. Well, not humans, but they're now humans thanks to Neuvillette. And the sinners cast themselves into the abyss, which is so interesting to think about because, we have always been made to feel that the abyss is a terrible place. It's very dangerous. It's full of monsters and death and war and destruction, and it's just this place. Why would they send themselves there? Why would they cast themselves into the abyss? Because we know they took the abyssal power, right? That's one thing. So they took the power and they had the power. Why would they then, having the power, why would they leave? Why did they turn their backs on Conria and let it get destroyed and leave? I think that's probably one of the biggest questions in the game right now for me is, I guess I had always thought of Conria as trying to save itself, and we're pretty much led to believe from day one in Genshin that the gods struck it down, and the gods were in the wrong, right? And in Conria, there was a lot of innocent people who were killed or transformed into hilichurls or whatever. So it's just interesting to think about the sinners. They get all this power and then they cast themselves into the abyss. So interesting. And then the ancient king of dragons engraved mind and soul into phlogiston. So Shaquatl, I can't say the name right. Of course, we learned all about him in the world quest with our little buddy, and all about how they used their power and phlogiston to make their own life, basically. We still haven't really officially, I don't think, learned the extent, because if you read the in-game book that talks about the allegory of what happened, do we take that literally? I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point we know they definitely created life, but was it human life? Sort of, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. But there's so many different types of humans now, because we've got humans that were apparently brought here to Teyvat by the primordial one. Then we've got all these other types of humans that were made, former Oceanids or whatever. So I don't know. We got a lot of different types of humans in this world. So maybe it was done out of compassion or ambition. So compassion, I think, would definitely be Egeria. I think she felt compassion for the Oceanids because they so badly wanted to be humans that it was definitely more of an act of compassion in her part. Ambition obviously would go more for people who were seeking power, like Conria, for example, and the sinners and stuff. So perhaps even the pursuit of eternal sovereignty or a desire to rebel against fate. Now, of course, fate is a word we've heard for 5 years, and mostly it's been tied to the heavenly principles. And Lumine's famous line from the Dainsleif quest, "My war with fate, will see its end," or something. I don't know. So fate pretty much means the heavenly principles. So rebelling against the heavenly principles, I mean, that's basically the whole story right there of Genshin. The pursuit of eternal sovereignty, obviously this has got to be about how they stole the power of the dragons, the dragon sovereigns, to make the Gnosis, right? So I would like to learn more about that process and how that happened. But anyway, compared to that supreme wisdom and power, this workshop is not but a patchwork paradise cobbled together by a lonely child. So if this is Sandrone's workshop, which everyone pretty much I think is in agreement at this point, Patchwork Paradise means she's got pieces from everywhere. She's got ruin technology. She's got clockwork mecha. She's got dragon technology. She's got everything that she has probably taken from all over Tevat, the Abyss, from the heavenly principles, from everybody, and it's a patchwork paradise. So she's just got all these bits and parts from everywhere. A lonely child. Now, this is really interesting because it wasn't until just recently in Skirk's story quest that we really started to hear about Certology as a child and how they talked about kind of how they were like a gang of rebellious kids or something back in the day. The guy that was in Skirk, I can't think of his name. It was that really long, hard to pronounce name. The guy basically from Skirk's story quest that like sewed part of the narwhal into his heart or whatever. He talked about their childhood. And I thought this was really interesting because the first time we ever see Sandrone in the Winter Nights Lazo, she's just so tiny, sitting in the palm of the ruin machine butler guy's hand. She looks like a little child. I mean, she's so tiny and petite. She's just like, she looks like a little doll. So I think the lonely child could be her. And I think if she's kind of shut away in her workshop, just making all of these creations, she may be completely cut off from the others. I mean, we know Certology has basically been off planet for like hundreds of years. Rhine-Daughter apparently is out there eating shades or whatever. We don't know what she's doing. But maybe Sandrone is lonely. Maybe she's just making these creations and just kind of keeping to herself. We don't really know. And that's another thing about the five sinners. Like, we don't really know, like, if the five sinners are buddies. We don't really know if they all get along and get together and have tea parties like the Hexen Circle, right? So anyway, that's what I thought. Compared to that magnificent destiny and design, Enifa was created as the vessel for no such lofty expectations. So in other words, we've had creations like the Raiden Shogun, for example, obviously has a very lofty expectation. I feel like this character was literally just created to be a companion and to do household chores and probably offer some form of protection as well. So that's interesting to think about as well. And I guess Catherine would also fall into that explanation, because Catherine also was basically just designed to work the desk, right? So at least on the eve of her reactivation, her purpose is simple: to serve as a companion. So this makes me think maybe the Traveler is going to find Enifa and reactivate her. Maybe. Because it seems like she's obviously being sort of woken up from however long she's been asleep. And it may be that Sandrone has already abandoned her or whatever, or wherever she came from. So it would be kind of cool if the Traveler is the one that reactivates her, and then she ends up kind of being our guide and our buddy. I feel like that happens quite often when we go to a new region in Genshin. We kind of usually have a character who becomes like our tour guide or our sidekick. You know, in Sumeru we had, in Fontaine, at the end of Sumeru and going into Fontaine, we meet Charlotte. I think the first time we meet her is in Inazuma in an event. And she kind of ends up being like our introductory character to Fontaine. In fact, I remember when Charlotte first came out, people were like very opinionated about her design, because her design kind of set the tone for Fontaine. And I feel like that's happened several times in the game. Like when we first arrive in Inazuma, you know, we meet Toma and he shows us all around and helps us get acclimated and gets us our papers and everything that we need to, like, you know, be official or whatever. And I think, well, I don't know, but I think that maybe this character will be that kind of role for us, that we're going to maybe reactivate her, or she's recently been reactivated and she'll be like our companion, because they use this word companion a couple of different times. So anyway, I can yap about Laura all day. I just think she looks really cool. I like her design. I know there's a lot of people who don't. There's been a lot of complaints about the color palette, which I can kind of understand, because there is a lot of white, which can kind of wash out a character's color palette. But I think the main goal here was to give people sort of a vibe of servitude, basically. This person was created to be a domestic housekeeper, basically, is what it says. What do they call her again? A multifunctional robot for domestic application. So it's a maid. It's somebody who was, domestic application means like cleaning, cooking, somebody who's going to work for you and do all your, you don't like her much. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt the same way about Charlotte. And of course, she was just a 4-star, but I kind of felt the same way every time. And even like Kachina, you know, she was the first person we met when we got to Natland. She showed us all around, introduced us to everybody, took us to the main, you know, arena and everything. I feel like that always happens in the beginning of a new region, and the character is usually not very well liked. I feel like that happens every time. So, because I think it's so jarring too. I think a lot of people are just instantly turned off because they're like, "Ooh, this doesn't look like Genshin. I don't like it." But I think Hoyoverse wants to kind of shock you, you know? Yeah, I think they want you to kind of be like, "Whoa, what is this?" You know? This is weird. Yeah, she has sort of a little bit of a Noelle look in her face. It doesn't shock you. It shocks a lot of people. There's been a lot of people on Twitter complaining that it's game-breaking, basically, design that looks like it's more for Star Rail than it is for Genshin. But yeah, the face shape. She kind of has that heart-shaped face. And then the bangs and everything. But I don't know. I think she's kind of cool. I like her. I'm just glad it's something different. I'm glad to see something new, a change of pace, you know, not just the same. Like, sometimes you can just line the characters up and they're just, you know, the same, especially in like certain regions where they use a lot of the same designs over and over. Yeah, she does have sort of a knightly look. I think that's because these pants are very reminiscent of Jean and also the Knights of Favonius. I'm curious to know if this red and blue has some Nodcry connotation, Or maybe it's just their faction of the Clink Clank Workshop or whatever. I think each of these factions are definitely going to have their own theme. And the Clink Clank Workshop may be a very red, white, and blue theme. Which I'm automatically turned off because it's America. Boo! So anyway, I'm excited for Nodcry. I'm especially excited for like the Snowland Fae, the Scions, Frostmoon Scions, the Light Keepers. Very excited for all of those. So I think Nodcry will probably be a pretty divisive area for most Genshin fans. I think some people are probably really going to like it, and I think some people are really not going to like it. And that's just too bad. But that's the way it is every time. Every time we get to a new region, there's like 50% of the people don't like it. So, oh well. Anyway, let's do some gacha gaming. I want to quickly do my dailies before we hop into viewer help. Oh, they changed it again. It was Skirk yesterday. Now it's the Archon quest. So peak. I don't know if you saw my clips, Ace. I made some clips yesterday. Also, one of your friends that came from the raid made a clip. So I featured a bunch of those yesterday. The clips do really well on YouTube. They have like 1,000 views. It's crazy. Oh, I guess I can turn the music off now. We're going to have in-game music. I wish there was a way that I could play like, you know, real music, but I don't know. I think it's too risky because even if you do audio split, you can still get copyright struck for breaking music in live form. And I don't want to mess with that. I don't need anybody coming down on me for breaking rules. So luckily I have a Genshin playlist on my Apple Music account that has like 10,000 songs in it. So I don't think we'll ever run out of Genshin music to play, and we won't get any trouble for it. I have some other game music as well. I have like a Star Rail playlist. I have a Honkai Impact 3rd playlist. Although some of those songs might be copyright protected. I'm not sure. But for now, I've mostly just been doing Genshin music because it's safe. Oh, I was kind of hoping we might see Yansan standing here because I still haven't gotten her character tale. Let me see if I can make any condensed. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, that's right. I spent it all in ballad books. Let's see. Oh, it worked! She's here! Now, I believe she's available in English. Hold on, let me check my list just to double check. I have a list of which character tales are in English and which ones are in JP. Let's see. Voiced. Oh, she's not on the list. Oh, maybe because she's a secret one. Well, anyway, she was in English for the Archon quest, so I'm guessing she's probably in English. Let's hope.
1, 2... Should need to make a few more.
What are you making, Yansan?
Some topical injury ointments. One of our tribesmen, the idiot, put way too much weight on the barbell for his squats. He lost control and threw out his back.
Uh-oh.
He's just lucky others reacted so fast. If they hadn't managed to rush in to stabilize the barbell...
That could have gone horridly.
I gave him a detailed, clear training plan and specifically warned him multiple times to have me spot him if he wanted to push himself with heavier weights. But no, the fool got all full of himself, had to try on his own, and refused to listen to everyone else.
Uh-oh.
Now he's stuck with a busted back. Even my special ointments can't cure him overnight. What a pain. Now I'll have to go and give them another safety lecture in a few days.
Man, that's a rough life as a trainer. I wouldn't want that job. Well, that was good. I'm glad we got to see her. Because I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty here on how many characters... I think I only have a couple characters that I haven't ran into.
Welcome to the adventurous... Thank you for completing today's Ad Astra Abyssal.
Okay, let's get these expeditions. At some point, Shalonen will pop in here, I think. I'm missing her. And Sayu. I haven't gotten Sayu yet. But I mean, I'm in no hurry. How many days are left? 35 days. I got plenty of time. Now, this reset today, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now. Because I have a bunch of other stuff I want to do. And if it's as long as this one was, it'll take like over an hour probably. So I'm not going to do that right now. But I will do it later. Okay, let's see what else we need to do here. Claim these, claim these. I am so down bad on books and Mora. It is sad state of affairs in the post C6 universe. Grab those. Click on this. Got to get rid of all my exclamation marks. Oh, when does that start? The 25th. So still a couple more days. I'm very excited for that. New endgame.
Like the world's shadow.
More rewards.
It's always there, and it will never perish.
Okay, so we did our resin. Let's see. Abyss and Imaginary Theater done. I do have weekly bosses, but I'm in no hurry to do those. So I think that's it for my Genshin account, because I want to hop over to my viewer account that I'm going to be working on today. Let me just briefly run through here and see if there's anything else I need to do. I've got 21 hours left on that. Okay. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to sign out. Now, I'm going to have to put the little be right back screen up so I can sign into the viewer account without, you know, leaking anything. So hold on tight. Yes, it's you, my viewer. I'm going to put that screen up just for protection, and then I'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the guest account, the viewer account, and we will have so much stuff to do. We will have our pick of anything we want. All right, so hold tight, and I'll be back in just a minute.
Don't interfere with the mixing process if you don't use your voice.
All right, here we are. I had to double check for a second. This was actually Ace's account because it came back to the same place, Skirk, right here in this exact spot. And I was like, wait a minute, did I log into the wrong account? But it's Skirk. We have Skirk. Let's see how her build looks. So she's level 90. She's got a level... Oh, you gave her Ayato's weapon. Okay. Artifacts. Finale of the Deep. I'm not even going to look because you've already rubbed these in my face. They're better than mine. C0. Let's look at her talents. Okay, we've got her skill leveled up, which is good. And we've got these partially leveled up as well. I prefer the normal attack playstyle Skirk, personally.
All things
But of
come
course,
to an
everybody's got their,
end, even
you
time
know,
itself.
their favorites. Oh, you have 2 of those. And you didn't refine. I regret refining so many weapons. I wish we could undo it. But I have a tendency, anytime I get a dupe, to just immediately refine it without thinking. All right, so I know there is a plethora of things we can choose from here as far as quests, events, world quests, story quests, every kind of quest.
Where do we come from?
Did you have anything in
And
mind
where are we
particularly
going?
that you wanted me to do, Ace? Or are you leaving it up to me? Let's look at your world quest list. I mean, you got a lot of good ones here. Yeah, you've got a lot of good ones. Probably isn't this? Yeah, this is the Caterpillar quest, which is great. This one, oh, this is Remuria. Gurabad, that's also very good. What's Pale Fire? Oh, that's the Pari. Oh my gosh, you haven't finished the Pari. Okay. And then Melazines, that's not a very big quest. Chosen of Dragons, of course, that's our big quest in Natlan. One case to another. Oh, okay, that's just another Natlan quest. Mondstadt. Oh, this is like a 1-minute quest. You want me to start with this one? This quest is literally like a 1-minute quest. You'll have to tell me if there's anything you don't want me to do. Yeah, I think getting rid of like little short 2-minute quests is good. It just gets it off your list. This one's very short. Always got to grab crystal flies. Nobody can break me of that habit. All right. We'll go save this lady.
No, my sword! Extinguished!
So easy. Oh, the tribes, yeah. So basically, this was a quest that they added when Natlan came out for people to skip ahead, because basically Natlan was the first region that we had where you could skip everything and go to it. So they added this lady as like a fast track. She basically you can just start the game and go straight to Liyue. And once you get there, I think that unlocks the teleporter to Natlan or something. I don't know. It has something to do with fast tracking to Natlan. Now, 1.0 of Genshin, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ace, because you might remember this better than me. We did not have a time-gated boundary to Liyue, did we? I don't think we did. They added it later, if I'm remembering that right. I don't know. It wasn't open for very long. I don't want to fight ice enemies with an ice team. But But yeah, there was this time where we had more freedom to like leave that kind of little tiny circle in Mondstadt that was locked. And then they added that maybe in like 1.1 or something. Yeah, we just had to walk there. But now if you start, like I have newer Genshin accounts because I have like extra accounts. You can't do that anymore. It's locked. Like you're locked into just like a little bubble. Also, they changed it where you can't leave your traveler as no element. That was in the game at the very beginning too. But they patched that. Because there was that one account where somebody had like a no element traveler that went and like cleared the abyss or something. I remember that account. Oh wait, wrong button. Yeah, it was cool. I remember taking Noelle to Liyue, literally like day one of playing Genshin, and walking all the way to the like statues of the seven in the mountains. And all I had was Noelle. Those are the old days. Now we gotta take a picture. And that's it. Oh, no, wait. It's not it. We gotta go eat at the inn. Yep, going to the Longshu Inn. We gotta go eat a meal. Oh my gosh, I had my hands on the wrong buttons. That scared me to death. I'm still getting used to having this giant arm of this microphone in front of my face. I can't see my keyboard at all, so I'm constantly hitting the wrong buttons. Not that I look at my hands, but you know what I mean? For some reason, I'm just... Even though I don't look at my hands, it's like I can't even see it out of my peripherals, you know? I need to get probably a different type of mic stand. That's not this giant arm. I feel like I'm in like a recording studio or something. I feel like it's a boom mic. May we meet again. All right. So that's it. Very easy. Get that off the list. Let's see if you've got anything else really short. Liyue. Chase the butterflies into the medicine jar. I don't even remember that. Inazuma, the fifth stone slate. I don't remember that either. Oh wait, Jiro. Oh, is that the poisoning one? I think I remember that. The mine. Okay, emergency commission. That sounds short. Port Ormos. I don't even remember this either. I think it's short. Find someone in danger in the outskirts of Samira. These are very short, I'm pretty sure. The Pari. The Scholar. Maison. Okay, that's Fontaine. Yeah, I think these are all pretty short. Treacherous Light of the Depths. The Flame Granite Tree. Oh, that's Tisoc. Yeah, that's Natlan. Sacred Flame. More Natlan. More Natlan. So... Anyway, you've got a lot of short ones there. But if we want to go back to Natlan, let's see here. We can probably... Oh my gosh, you haven't even done... These are like 1.0 quests. Like repairing the stairs or whatever. It's like a 5-year-old quest. Okay. So I remember we talked about doing this one, but it's long. Some of them are short. You know what I saw today on Twitter? No, your stairs are repaired. Oh, okay. Something like that. I saw on Twitter today this really cool thing. Let me show you. Because I liked the tweet. This. I thought this was so cool. So somebody went through and wrote down all the Archon quests and how long they were. Like, some of this shocked me. Like, Bowkeeper Dainsleif was 34 minutes. That was so short. Like, some of these were really short. Like, look at these Inazuma ones. Like, an hour, 47 minutes, 58 minutes. These were very short. And then, of course, they get beefier. These Fontaine ones are beefy. I don't think we've had another 4-hour one since Masquerade of the Guilty, which is so funny because Masquerade of the Guilty was like my favorite quest and it was the longest, but it doesn't feel long because it's so good. But yeah, like, of course the interludes are always short, but what was the one that you're on? You're on this one, right? Akasha Pulses. Is that the one? Wait, let's check your account. I know you're at one of the Archon quests. Let's see. Oh, it's Interlude. The Nightbird falls at the curtain's call. Which one is that? Which one is that, Ace? This interlude. Oh, is this not a... Well, it's under Archon Quest. These are Archon quests. So you haven't finished all the Archon quests because these are Archon quests. This is like... this is Interlude Sumeru. Oh, it must be Inversion of Genesis. Is it this one? Interlude? Sumeru Interlude? Because the only other Sumeru Interlude is Kari Bear, and it's not that. So it must be this one, Inversion of Genesis. Yeah, it must be this one. So it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. I wonder how... Do you know how far you are into this? You should do it for sure. Anyway, the reason I brought that up is I was thinking if we could find a list, maybe we could look and see what the lengths are of the Tribal Chronicles. Oh, you haven't started it. Okay. Let me just Google it and see if I can find a list. Natlan Tribal Chronicles list of runtimes. Let me see if that brings up anything. Okay. Okay, list of Tribal Chronicles. I found a list. Doesn't give the times, though. Reputation quest. Oh, wait, here's something about the times. Run times per act, 30 to 45 minutes. Act 3 of Tribal Chronicles is always the longest. Okay. So I didn't really find a list of exactly what it is, but if we go into your quests and we go down here, here we go. We can see which ones, like, do you want to do them chronologically? Because what we could do is we could just go to this one. I assume these are chronological. I don't know. Actually, no, wouldn't this have been before this? I don't know. Oh, maybe they just put the ones you completed first. Okay. So we've got... This is, I think, the one that we started last time, and it was a character was involved in another quest. I think this is the one we were going to work on before. So maybe, since that one's like a problem, maybe we should just do one of these other ones. What are your thoughts? Do you have any preference? I can't really remember much about these. I mean, as far as like if one was better, if any of them were better than the others. I feel like they weren't very long. Maybe we'll just start with this one. You don't have a preference? All right, let's do focused experience mode. That way we won't run into any of those characters in another blah, 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 blah. We can do that. All right, decision is made. Now we just got to get there. Alrighty, we're going over here. Now, do you care if I skip dialogue? Or do you want me to do the dialogue? Or do you not care?
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
As long as it's voiced, I don't care. But if there's muted characters, I will just skip. Oh, wait. I forgot to hit autoplay. I have to do her content because I don't have any content.
Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know,
Oh
just in
no,
case
your
she's thinking
PC.
of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be.
Uh-oh. PC
The
dying
warriors of the
is
Flower Feather
terrifying
Clan are
to
a
me.
proud bunch who never show their
Okay,
vulnerability in
so if
public.
we run across people who
Even
are
if they've
muted
gone
or if it
winless.
gets boring, we'll just skip.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices
I
us.
can actually kind of just summarize these.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be
I'll
on
do
her own
skip
right now?
synopsises.
With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder I doubt
So
it'll come to
basically,
that, though.
long story
She's
short,
a fighter. Well,
this girl's
in the
trying to
Flower
get
Feather
the
Clan,
birds to talk
there's
to
an elite
her.
flying
They don't
squad
want
made
to.
up of Kukasaur riders. But it's an
She wants to
extremely
ride
selective squad.
Kukasaurs. That's like her dream.
To become a rider,
Yeah.
you need to undergo a trial.
But
where you not
unfortunately, the
only
birds are not
Koyer
giving her the
has
time
spent
of day.
years training for her most recent attempt. But unfortunately,
Soon
sometimes
Paimon will
after
be
multiple
gone,
failed attempts
'cause
to
they're
pass the flying
replacing all
tests,
her
and
lines
they
with the new
resolved to quit
actor.
trying for good. We call
The wingless.
Do
Those
they
are the
get
people who don't
What?
fly.
No, of course not. We have a saying. This hits even harder in the Besides,
If it's
Until
shutting down, it could be your power
all we can do
supply.
is quietly.
Ah, okay.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her yeah.
Could be a lot of things,
People
though.
from my tribe call to their Saurian companion, but the Kukasaurus are an even prouder. But first she failed the trial, and now she's struggling.
Surely there must be something we can do to...
That's
Yeah,
very
we're going
kind
to
of
turn
you.
into a Kukasaur and we're going to trick her.
Koyer's I'm going to lay low nearby.
Because I
just in
remember this. We will be the Kukasaur.
Koyer still isn't giving up.
Yeah, wish we could get a Kukasaur to talk to her. Hey, guess what? We can be a Kukasaur. Spoiler alert. Alright, so we become the Kukasaur. We come over here. Hello. Or maybe I should... Well, I don't think it matters if I walk or fly. Hello.
It's a Kukasaur. Kukusaur!
And we blow her mind.
Oh my gosh! I was beginning to... Excuse me? Oh, I think I know where I went wrong in the test now.
Yeah, so
Also,
we're tricking her.
I really want to try...
She thinks she's connecting with Kukusaurs,
That
but it's
sounded
just us.
like a whistle. Hey! Wait! Wait!
So,
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
where is the bridge? Oh, it's over here. Hey, sorry about your PC. Man, that sucks. My PC was going crazy about, I don't know, about a month ago, and I was able to fix it myself. I had to do a clean reinstall of all my, my NVIDIA graphics servers, but it was kind of complicated because I had to download like
summoned a
this
Kukusaur.
program
They
that
do
like
still respond
goes
to me
into
after
like
all.
your
Although, unfortunately,
registry and
someone
stuff
else
and like
summoned
takes
it
out
away again
all the
before I
graphics
had a
card
chance
stuff.
to go for a flight.
And then I had to
really?
reinstall all of it.
That is
And
unfortunate.
it's been working great,
but if
knock
you
on
can do
wood,
it
ever
once,
since.
you can do it again,
So hopefully maybe
Keep
yours
at
is
it,
just something
and
easy.
you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Oh, she's great now that we gaslit her with fake
These
Kukusaurs.
are you came up in conversation the...
Oh, the traveler. Anyway,
Maybe you...
if you say so.
Koyer, Chaska. Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh,
So
Elder
this
Al-
I
lady's
thought I
like
should tell you myself.
redo
in
that?
charge of like
It's
flying on
embarrassing to
Kukusaurs
admit,
and stuff.
but so we read at the inspection afterwards. And this was entirely...
Oh,
Chaska, these people you're with.
Huh? You
I have indeed.
hospitality?
Of course it does. If you... Besides, we still owe you...
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too?
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy...
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people.
Well,
wait, Elder Alpa.
Seems
let me help.
like
very well.
Sure thing.
Okay.
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 All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and act
So
like
Chaska
Kukusaur who
knows that
responded
we,
to Koyer's. I grew up with these creatures. His whole
we did a
demeanor seemed
boo-boo.
less like a Kukusaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been. He looked very flustered when, and judging by the look on, it's all right. You're the kind
So
of person I'd still trust.
she's not
and
mad
I
at
think
us,
the ends
thank
justify
goodness.
them if you hadn't intervened. Yeah. Anyway.
Alrighty. Natland quests in Natland with no Natland characters is torture. Takes a million years to get anywhere. Oops, okay.
Ready? I'm gonna get you! Uh-oh. Are they fighting?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that.
Never
Not
too
us.
young, Paimon. We
We're a
gotta
tribe
get
of
these
warriors.
kids trained for
And
war.
even though times have changed.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska!
I do like their little outfits, though. I think their outfits are
Now's not a
adorable.
good time, I'm afraid.
I like the
I'm
hats.
showing the traveler in pipe.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that...
Legendary.
Oh, yes, we're
Awesome.
legendary.
Mr. Traveler!
Oh, Mr. Traveler!
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guest, Kotini. Instead of Kapak, there's no
This
point
is a
in
lot
that
of
way.
just
Okay.
glazing the traveler. Nothing important.
Sorry about those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced to...
Oh, I wish I had a volcano
it
cake
smells
right now.
amazing. Traveler, you want some?
It does smell
That's
pretty
good.
good.
By the way, Chaska,
Aloof, huh? But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. Yep. Except someone once told me, even if sometimes...
that's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming.
Traveler, Paimon, got a dash.
Wait, are you...
First rule of
This
conflict
like country
resolution.
western music is so funny to me.
Sorry about this. Just
I mean, that's what it sounds like. When I hear harmonica, that's what I think.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. I heard Chaska. Who am I? She's supposed to go for a checkup every... Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Eventually, the moment you took...
Shasta history.
aloof period.
We later discovered that her exposure to the... But ultimately...
No.
Yes. I'm well aware of... It's just... She's been living dangerously
She doesn't want her
again.
checkups. Leave her
I'm
alone.
Yeah.
Oh, Chaska's been increasing. Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful
Yeah,
for me.
poor Koichi.
If she
Justice
doesn't want
for
to do the...
Koichi. She's eavesdropping.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should meet back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
Okay.
Hey, Chaska. Hey, Alba.
It's all right. I bet my dad.
That's funny.
The memories back then.
That's right. Mom agreed.
And look at you now. When the day comes that I...
Reminisce,
so
reminisce.
Stick it out at least a few
Yeehaw.
more years, okay? Give
Oh, stop.
Wait, so...
strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather Clan.
If it all came down to individuals, well, I came back empty.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad.
Let's shelve this
Yes! Paimon was waiting for the... They
More
were the
volcano cakes for
snack stubble.
Paimon.
Well, if...
Elder Alba?
Yeah, we got some problems now.
What happened? Is it
it's... Some merchants showed up. Not...
Oh yeah, these are the
Why
guys
now?
selling the flying
This is-
packs.
Let me handle the other errands while you...
You should help too. Seems only fair.
Oh, well, Waska's probably...
Okay. So basically, long story short, we got some sussy salesmen doing some bad stuff.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider?
This
Bashir?
guy's outfit is crazy. I
appreciate it,
love this
boss.
hat.
But honestly...
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials.
Did Alpus the way things are with the tribe these days?
And he has been slashed to pieces.
Come on, boss. Do you have any idea? Of course. I've already made my peace with it. Not every... And like... It handling these balloons every day.
Finding something you love doing.
Fair enough. It's your choice.
Oh, by the way, you should try... No problem.
Okie dokie. Just chit-chatting here with all these different people from the tribe.
A retrial?
Muskar.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Don't waste your... In the meantime...
Yeesh, there's wingless then.
Used to be a fierce warrior, actually.
Are all cuckoo swords?
It's one thing to hang out and have fun. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified, so we have a mutual...
Yep. Rules and regulations of the tribe. Flying. Wingless. People don't fly. Some don't fly. Okay. Let's see. Can I get close? Oh yeah, it's just right up here. These people have the best view. Oshkanatlan view.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at...
Chaska? What are you doing here?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again.
Yeah, this girl doesn't
Maybe
want to
Elder
try
Alba
again.
always goes out of her...
They're making some big change.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make this a true rider... Shunan! They're redoing the...
Yeah, so this girl's excited to retry. This girl doesn't want to retry.
I guess they told you already
To be
then.
a
Come
Kukusor
on.
rider.
What? She went wingless after her injury and spent years I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air. Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
She unwittingly chose the hard way.
They've been best friends since they were kids. You helped Koyer deal, but sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction.
Okay, so that was the end. See how short? Easy peasy.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where'd you
Now,
next?
part 2.
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Oh, I'm missing my Chaska right now. Oh, man.
Oh, hey there, Chaska.
Yeah, she's got other things.
Well, theoretically, why don't you head on down?
Here's Act 2. Walmart Chaska. Who's that, Aoife? Oh, wait, they gave me a trial Chaska. Clear the obstructions. Okay, I don't even remember what this is. Oh, wait, I'm sort of remembering. I wasn't paying attention, though. Yeah, I have to shoot stuff. Wait, let me talk to this guy.
How strange. Why is there some...
Well, it could be from the Children of Echoes.
I can't think of a way to resolve this.
I have to shoot some stuff. But I gotta remember what. Maybe this? Like this pile? No, it's not gonna be like that. This part is blurry in my memory.
I think it should be possible,
wait.
but there are signs of...
I just had a memory. Some kind of device at the top of this mountain or something. Wait, it's all coming back to me.
Let's fly.
See if I've got enough logistic to get up here. Seems like there's something at the top here I have to hit or something. Isn't that funny how you can do a quest and then completely forget what you did? Yeah.
Oh, are you here to help? So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb.
Special
But carrying
bomb.
explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster. If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant.
Well, that would be bad.
All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout. What do you think? Simple enough.
Yep, I think I remember this, sort of.
Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they... I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. I'll head over and set up now.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing something up there. I won't spoil it.
All right. Get ready.
Oh, wait, I didn't line it up. I forgot. Wait, I gotta do it again. I knew I had to shoot it, but I forgot I have to line it. I have to line it up.
Get ready.
It has to hit this. No, I missed. Wait, I gotta shoot it really fast.
All right. Get ready.
Oh no, I'm out of... Shoot. Well, now I've messed up.
All right. Get ready.
Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna try to shoot this before time runs out. No! Oh no! Gosh, dang it. I was trying to rush, and I did the opposite of rushing. I killed myself. Well, actually, I didn't die. I fell, but I didn't die. Yes, please laugh at me. I'm a clown right now. Alright, give me this dumb phlogiston. It has to hit this... I think it has to hit this rock right here, right? There's one over here. There's one over there.
All right, get ready.
No, I missed it again. Am I crazy? Am I doing this wrong? Wait a minute. Let me just think for a second.
All right, get ready.
Oh my god, I hit E again. All right, let me get up here higher. Oh good, it gave me some stuff. I wish it would just send another one.
All right.
Wait, maybe it's supposed to drop on this. Hold on. Let me see here. Maybe it's supposed to drop on this.
Locked on.
Okay. That did something. That's 1 of 4. Okay, so let me go over... I'll go over to this one next.
But, there...
I kind of think... Am I supposed to break this first?
Hey! Monsters!
I feel like I'm supposed to break this. Oh, maybe I have to be a thingy. Oh no, he's a flying one. That's not gonna do any... That's not gonna break it. I probably should have listened instead of skipping, then I would know. Maybe I could just shoot this. Wait, 5, I'm sorry. No, I can't aim at that at all. Yeah, it won't let me shoot that. Well, let me think. Maybe I just need a claymore? Hello? Cannot configure party. Why not? Okay, well, I'm not getting a claymore. Alright, we're gonna sacrifice Chi-Chi. Well, that kind of helped.
Ring cutter. Search.
Okay.
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
No problem, mister. Once I figured out what I needed to do. Oh, you know what I could do? I bet I can just go into this. That'll take me back up. And then I can just go down here.
crazy. I bet maybe Inkanak was right, but how am I supposed?
Okay, so it won't break, which means we probably need to drop a bomb on it or something.
Open fire!
Or just shoot it. Okay, now we only have one more.
Take me up!
Last one.
How strange.
Well, it could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe
Strange
I got
markings
I can't
on
think
the
of a way to
cliff.
resolve this.
Oh, Tapetlosaur. Okay, we need a Tapetlosaur. There's one right here. Okay, doesn't want me to go through there apparently.
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
Okie dokie. Hey, why didn't they let me have Chaska again to go back up? That wasn't very nice.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another inspection.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger.
The conditions in this area seem a little
All right, I'll get things set up for you.
More flying. Yay. Not.
Are you ready? This should be a piece of...
Okay.
All right, then spread...
What am I doing? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh. Easy peasy. Now where? Oh, this way.
That was amazing.
No.
She's amazing.
Help me! You're from the flower.
Catch your
Oh,
breath
here
first.
comes one of these sussy salesmen.
My friends are...
Huh? Are cuckoo-saurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people?
Not in my experience.
Where are we going? Oh, right over here.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive cuckoo-saur.
Gee, I wonder why.
Taska? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Elder Alba?
Already flew away.
So why do you think...
No.
Yeah, this lady,
Thank goodness.
she has no idea what's going on.
Phlogiston, wait.
Thank you so much for coming to our...
Wait a minute.
Yeah, these guys are making like
But
fake
Elder Alba.
phlogiston flying packs.
Well, there are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think...
Huh?
Oh, really?
Huh?
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going.
A bloodstain.
A bloodstained feather. Yeah, we got it. That's the end of number 2. Now, this third one is a little bit beefier.
The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
If I remember correctly, this third act is quite long. But we might as well do it. We need to get it over with.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although...
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Flying
Whoa!
packs.
We're really flying! I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a kukasaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome.
What the... What? Paimon can barely believe her eyes.
The merchants we ran into that day, it's a flying machine.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, just think of the countless tragedies.
You'd better believe... Elder... Why not? The scoring rubric... Well, if...
Yeah, so basically,
Chaska,
long
Traveler?
story short,
What are your
some
thoughts
people
on
like
this
the
new
phlogiston
invention?
wings.
You see?
Some people think it's not so good.
I don't have any experience taking a longer term.
We lost so many people. And as for real world...
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say...
You have nothing to...
Oh, Elder Alba! Bad news!
Again? Okay.
Huh? Chas?
So here we go, Act 3. Let's see how fast we can get this done.
Why did Chaska rush off like
We're
that?
speed running.
And then Elder Alba and the others too? Anyways.
Oops. Okay. We gotta get to the bottom of this mystery. I can't take this team anymore. I'm sorry. I gotta at least have Aoife or somebody. Give me somebody to work with. Let's see here. Okay, let's get rid of him. Let's put in, or let's do quick setup. Let's put in all the Natlan characters we can muster. Aoife, Roron, and then, I don't know, we'll just put in like a healer or something. Not Chi-Chi. Let's see, what healers? You got Baiju. You got Bennett, sure.
Glad to be working with you.
We love Bennett. Alright.
Mind the wind.
Oh. Well, I didn't need it then, but I will.
Oh, it's back! It found us again!
So, the Kukasaurs are attacking these sussy merchants.
She's really riled up this...
And basically, long story short, the merchants are trying to make it look like the Kukasaurs are like going rogue or something. But of course, Chaska knows that's not true. This is her people.
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that!
What's going...
So it really is you.
It's her sister.
Sister.
Yeah.
Wait, sister?
Because if you didn't know, Chaska was raised by Kukasaurs, so they're her family.
Koya, wait!
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her?
Chi-Chi is not the best. Chi-Chi will never be used by me. Boo, Chi-Chi.
Chaska?
I'm fine. Sorry for making you... No point. At least, I always used to lose to her. Well, yeah. You know I was raised... We played together all the time. Not all Kukasaur, and Mom decided to send me away.
So she's telling you the backstory of her Kukasaur life.
It's a possibility, but in any...
Her and her sister, you know, they had kind of a
and then,
tumultuous past.
That was the...
So...
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes. No, But I also knew that she saw it as a... Not for a lack of trying. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck... If things can't... For now, let's bring the...
I often wonder about Chaska's origins because, you know, she obviously has those elf ears. Oh, 300. Wait, I gotta fast travel. I often wonder if she is, you know, the same race as, like, Klee and,
So, I
the
hear there's been
rooster,
another
what's his name?
Kukasaur attack.
Puccinella.
I knew it.
Layla.
They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Etc.
Hey, show a little respect.
I'm hoping we learn more about that when we get to the Snowland Fae and Nodcry. Because I think it would be really cool
Protect
if
our tribe.
The Snowland Fae was like the origin of all the sort of elf,
Things are
like,
changing so quickly.
Fae-like creature. Well,
On
not
any other
creatures, what am
day,
I saying?
people would just brush this.
Fae and
I worry
elf
that with
sort
Chaska,
of people.
Traveler,
I feel like
you've
you know,
already
if we
done.
found out more about
Thank you.
their history, I think that'd be interesting.
You think someone might have...
It's possible.
Because I think
Also,
Chaska's
Chaska.
backstory
my
is that
best.
she was abandoned as a baby and the Kukasaurs found her.
So where should we start?
So
This all
they
began
raised
with
her,
Koya's
but she
attacks.
obviously came from
Unlikely,
somewhere.
Given how...
So-
if you want to resolve a...
Snowland Fae, maybe? Possibly? Alright, we are going to go to Chaska's mother. That's over here. Alrighty, let's see how far we can get with Aoife. We gotta go around here before we run out of steam. Oh, you got a time trial over there. Okay, we should just do this while we're here.
Smashed or scorched? Which will it be?
I mean, when we go by a chest, we should probably just do it.
Ugh, worthless pile of garbage.
Stop yapping. Just take it or leave it.
Is there a phlogiston charger thingy around here? Well, here's a little piece. Not much. Is it enough to get across this water? Oh, wait, am I going the wrong way? Oh, I was going to this island. I was going to the wrong island. No, I'm gonna fall in the water. Wait, hold on. I got an idea.
Okay.
Oh, he only got one jump. It's alright. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna die.
Mind the wind.
Wow, so this is where you used to
yeah,
live as
this
a
is where
child?
Chaska lived with the
sometimes after
Kukasaurs.
we
She's
got a
gonna
bit-
talk about her mom and her sister and her history
I
and her
just thought
past.
then I'll
blah,
share
blah,
more with
blah, blah. And then her sister's gonna come.
Hey, Mama Bird.
Oh, it's her
I brought
mom.
a couple
Sorry,
of
her
friends.
mom
Traveler.
comes.
No, not real. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But don't worry.
This hits different after you finish the little buddy quest.
I know she's never been a fan of human.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know it?
Doesn't look like it. Then could you please, if this animal...
But I won't spoil it.
She said she'll take us. Thank you, Mom.
Okay. Ooh, we're going all the way out here. I guess there's really no fast way to get there. We just have to fly. We didn't get very far. Man, I wish I had Mavwika's motorbike about right now. Probably we'll have to go up here and see if we can fly over. Oh, wait, we can go into... I wonder where this will take us. Will it take us over there by any chance? Kind of. Hopefully we'll hit an air pocket along the way. Air pockets? Anywhere? Phlogiston air pockets? Please? Maybe not? Oh, yes! Thank you. Just in the nick of time.
Easy now, Kakuku.
No, that's a bad idea. Oh no, I'm gonna die! Why did I do that? Well, I would have ran out anyway. These Tribal Chronicles definitely sell the 5-star characters for each tribe. You have to glide all these long distances. Chaska starts looking pretty good about right now. Tribal Chronicles, aka a sales pitch. Alrighty, I think we're going down. Maybe. Yep.
This is a really...
It definitely made a difference in my Natland experience. We talked about this the other day, but since I had all the characters, I always had all the, you know, the different traversal methods, like at will. You know, I didn't have to look for Saurians or transform or anything, so...
any idea what...
There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been... No! It's Chime. They came over the sea.
What the heck?
I searched day and night.
So the baby got stolen, and now the bad guys. Ooh, I see a Shrine of the Depth.
Oh, yeah! Topal's contraption is working like a...
Hey, there's another... Who cares? Just get them all. Topal pays us per...
So these guys are scumbags going around killing, or not killing, but like capturing and taking Saurians for evil. They're bad.
Chaska? How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
Don't you even think about running away!
I can't ever get used to hitting 5. Okay, I didn't even get to use Chaska. Bennett and Auroron took him out.
Don't come any closer, or I'll...
yeah, so these guys peddling their phlogiston wings.
Looks like it melted.
They are bad.
Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
So Chaska to the rescue. I always thought these drawings were cool.
Guess we need a more permanent solution.
So she throws the danger, the bomb thing. Well, it's not a bomb, but it was gonna act like a bomb.
That was too close. I thought
Yeah.
Answer us
You're
honestly.
caught.
Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am...
Well, she says it was you. Just tell me.
It was Topal. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find, and he also...
Topal?
Yeah.
Huh.
Bad guys.
He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to
This
hide
guy's
his face.
outfit is so cool, though.
And whenever we trade...
That hat and mask.
So you didn't even make
That's
those?
crazy.
All we did was
To make it harder to trace their origins. Well, that's mighty convenient.
no. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stressed this.
What?
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous but the Kukasaurs have a natural ability to process.
Yeah,
That's
so
enough.
basically they're using Kukasaurs to make their flying machines.
T'Pol, we've tried looking for it ourselves.
Random thought. Maybe the
Paul.
Jessica, Traveler.
Oh, look who it is.
That voice! It's Oppa!
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way?
Well, I was patrolling your...
Patrolling. Sure.
I don't...
Elder Alba, does the name...
Huh?
No. If he was a member of...
Now that you mention, you were away on a... He was a craftsman.
The Children of Ek?
But despite his best, in the end, he...
Wingless, huh?
Perhaps...
Either way.
Easy, Chaska. Remember, the ringleader still bringing these men... After all...
Is that why T'Pol...
But Koya only attacked...
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions... Bravo! My thoughts, exactly. I'll take the other members...
Fair enough. Sorry. Whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown... Mom, sis, rest up.
Alright, so the plot thickens. Oh, it's not very far.
So Oppa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen.
Oh, it's you. Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
Poor Shilonen. Her naps are always getting interrupted.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't...
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around.
I'm sorry, Shilonen.
Huh.
Don't cats sleep like 20 hours
nope,
a day or something?
I'm afraid you're a few years too late.
I know, that's probably
why are you
too
looking
many
for him?
hours, but I don't know. I feel like it's long, whatever it is.
Huh, phlogiston wings. What?
Was it off?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine.
So right after he...
You mean your gun? But he never got very far back then. His parents traveled a lot in their youth, which means most... I'll go get Puma.
Okay, so learning more about Sussy Guy.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother, Puma.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Oh boy, I don't remember
I
this.
disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine.
Holy
All
cow.
he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. And then when he left us, he's...
Workshop in the
he's
sky,
no
you
son
say.
of mine.
4.0 special program for lads is at 7:30 a.m. I'll probably be up.
Wow,
I'm usually an
Her
early
husband,
riser.
If you ask me, I'll go keep her company.
Thank you.
Okay, so this
I just hope
notebook
it's
is the
not a
only
bunch
lead
of
we
like
got now,
chibi
right?
games and stuff. Like I don't know. I hope it's like good
Some early
good
designs
content.
for the phlogiston wings. Och Kanatlan.
So,
I never
was
even
he
did that
serious about the
entire
workshop?
like
Oh,
They did that big special program about all those chibi, like,
what if it's
I don't know what it was. It was like a whole city of chibi stuff. I don't think I ever touched any of it.
By myself,
I don't like that kind of stuff.
I doubt
it's
even
boring.
for...
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it.
Oh, the 27th, okay.
That's all.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of
I'll
a solution.
be up, I'm sure. I'm usually up early. Okay, let's see here. I can't sleep when it's sunny. No, you're not the only one. I don't want another one either. I definitely 100% do not want another one.
No more Kukasaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Chaska, you're finally back.
I am so behind
Some people
on
even
so
think we
many
arrested the merchants just to
things in
support
that
the
game.
found
The
some
last thing I
promising
need
leads.
is a whole
But
nother
there's a
one.
major...
But I've seen a lot of people tweet about how they hope it's a new one.
And
new
hot
love
night
interest.
of
I don't want
phlogiston
it.
wings.
Really?
Do you still remember those? But now, it's flowing free.
You mean...
Precisely.
And then we just...
Yes.
It's an extremely...
If you want to give it a try, Chaska.
I mean, we've got the doctor, we've got the childhood friend, we got the dangerous criminal bad boy, we've got the former co-worker. I mean, what do we need? What do we need at this point? Yeah. Well, I feel like that always happens with those kind of games. Anytime there's somebody new, usually I can't really think of any instance where they added somebody new and they were anywhere even close to being as popular. I mean, the thing about Caleb is, even though he was new, he wasn't new, you know? Like, he was in the story. People already knew who he was.
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
Maybe so.
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements.
Poor
Then we'll have
Silas.
to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid? Our prior inspection, it's not without its weak points.
So, what happens if we do...
It'll collapse.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Can
got
I just
it.
have a Silas
As long as you
spin-off
hit all
game
the
where
weak
it's
spots
just
at once
Silas?
You're right about rough and ready. Sound...
Okay, oh no. I didn't pay attention. Oh, is this the same thing I did before where I gotta clog the holes? Let's see. Wait, down. Let me get further down. Okay. Looks like I got one up here.
Look,
Running out of
there's a chunk of
phlogiston.
solid phlogiston right over that spout.
Darn, I thought I could get that one. That piece right here, but I couldn't. This is the Tapetlosaur one.